Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television. My name is Brady Hanna. In the booth with me is Richie Coy. And Richie, we are at Kansas. We're not, I guess we are in Kansas. Somebody tell Dorothy, but we're at Kansas Speedway here in Kansas City, Kansas, for tonight's coverage of the Kansas 200. Did we get enough Kansas in there?
I think we got some Kansas in there, but I think I had a dream, and Nick was in it, and Brandon was in it, and Justin was in it, and Tony Solari was in it, and you were there, and you were there. Sorry, another really bad Wizard of the Oz pun there.
Wizard of the Oz. We are in Kansas, and we're
Wizard
looking
of
forward
the
to
Oz.
some great racing here tonight at Kansas. We're going to see a lot of racing action here. These guys are qualifying right now. This track is going to be a lot of fun, a lot of drafting here for the trucks, but also you get some handling there later in the run. Really going to mix some things up. We look forward to a great race tonight. Let's look at our track description here. Got some new tools here. Let's look at our track description. Kansas Speedway here. It shows you kind of the layout of the track. Man, this is a fast track, Richie. Really sweeping corners in 1 and 2, progressive banking all the way around, and you're going to see them at the top and the bottom, everywhere around the track tonight.
Yeah, this is a cool track, especially in the trucks. It's I know it looks like every other series cookie cutter track, but it runs a little bit different than most of them. A lot of high, wide, and fast for the first couple laps, but as those tires wear off, you start to lift, you start to have some handling come in, and that's when I think you'll see people go to the top side, the middle, the bottom, and although I could be wrong, we could be 3 wide going into 1 for all I know.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of 2 and 3 wide racing here at Kansas in the past, and look forward to seeing that again here tonight. But let's look back before we get started at last week's race. Where is my list? There it is. Look at the last week's event, which we were in Iowa. That was a fun race, too. Nicholas Moreau ended up taking the win there. Brett Gardner in second. Robert Malikian finishes on the podium. It was a fun race, a nice little short track race. A lot different than what we're going to see today, but they put on a great show out there at Iowa.
Yeah, that was a cool race. We had a lot of different things going on throughout that race. Nicholas Moreau coming back from adversity. Brett Gardner was up there all night long. And I believe we had Robert Malikian was up there. Ryan Chapman was up front and faded a little bit towards the end, but great racing, and I expect to see the same tonight. I think that there's going to be enough room here. You're going to see, again, what you said, 2, 3 wide racing, maybe even 4 wide, dare I say it.
Oh, yeah, I think we'll see it tonight. There's the standings tonight, or coming in tonight as well. Nicholas Moreau in front, Brett Gardner in second. You got the 30 of Justin Gann right there in third place. A lot of heavy hitters right there in the top 5, and hanging tough as we hit the 5th race of the season.
Actually, we did talk to Robert Malikian. He got 3rd last week, didn't he? That was one of the first times that we got to talk to him this season, so it was good to see him. And he's up front here in the he's not actually, he's in 6th, but again, yeah, we got a good battle going on. If they could just deal with Nicholas Moreau, that's going to be everybody's target tonight. Is I think Nick's got a target on his back.
Well,
and they're going to be trying to get to him.
Yeah, I think BBQ Motorsports might have his number. The way they've been performing as of late, they did lose last week to them, but they got the wins before that. First 3 races of the season, so we'll see how that works. Speaking of the season, here's our schedule for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. Of course, we're here at Kansas. Got some fun stuff coming up. Daytona next week. Super Speedway Racing. That's going to be a fun one for sure. You got Homestead thrown in there. Then we head to a road course, Lime Rock. A lot of variety in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, for sure. You got Kansas tonight, Daytona Super Speedway, a really slippery hot track down there in Miami, and then Lime Rock followed by North Wilkesboro and Lucas Oil. I mean, you're going to have to be a jack of all trades to be up front here every week.
All right. Well, I think they've finished up qualifying. We're going to throw it down to our starting lineup. Here we go for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series Kansas 200 here on Full Throttle TV. The
trials and tribulations of new software.
Yes. But here we go. On the front row for tonight's event, your points leader is going to take the pole here tonight. Nicholas Moreau going to start on the pole position. Beside him is the 72 of Jack Ricci. He'll be starting in second. On row 2, you have Kyle Milliken starting in third position with Brett Gardner right there with him in the fourth spot. Starting P5, that's going to be a teammate to the second place starter tonight. Another BBQ Motorsports car, the 5 of Brandon Minto. Starting alongside the number 30, that is Justin Gann. Starting in 7th position, that's going to be the 17 of Ryan Chapman. Starting beside him, the 46 of Simon Magin, going to start from P8. 9th spot going to go to the 13 of Aaron Satcher. 10th spot going to the 21 of Austin DeMore. 11th spot for the 12 of Chris Harrison. 13th is going to go to the 50 of Martin Garreau. 12th. 13th is actually going to go to Field Miller with Dave Nestor starting beside him in 14th position. You got Marshall Johnson in 15th spot, and 16th place going to the 11 of Tony Solari.
Michael Blackner will row off 17th with Shad Curran to his outside in 18th. Michael Thwaites in the 99 will start 19th tonight with Ted Pullen, his teammate, to his outside in 20th. J.C. Evans will line up 21st with James Torrey to his outside in 22nd. Brian Bliss and Casey McMullen, pseudo teammates, will line up 23rd and 24th. And Joseph Burgess will round out our 25 truck field.
25 trucks to take the green here tonight at Kansas Speedway. As they come through turn 4, the pace car is going to hit pit road. We're going to get ready to start this one off here at Kansas. They come down the restart zone. Green flag flies, and we are away here at Kansas.
Yes, and looks like Jack Ricci might not have gotten a good jump there. He is getting a push from the 00. Kyle Milliken rolls into second position there on the bottom.
Kyle Milliken up to second spot, battling Jack Ricci side by side. Actually, no.
Yeah, Kyle Milliken and Jack Ricci side by side. Brett Gardner and Brandon Minto, the third member of BBQ there.
Minto trying to make some positions here on the bottom, down the front stretch for the first time. Nicholas Moreau going to lead lap 1.
Kyle Milliken pulls out to second here over Jack Ricci and Brett Gardner. This is a Kyle Milliken kind of track. He's usually really good at these type of these tracks. I really want to see him be able to finish this one out tonight.
Milliken always the first to kind of move around and find some different lanes to run. And this is the kind of track that you're going to be able to do that.
And I'm just watching his teammate Ryan Chapman try to get underneath Brandon Minto back there for the 5th spot.
Get under Brandon Minto. Can he get this pass done? He does.
Simon Magnin. What is wrong with Simon Magnin? He's pulling down to the inside. Just on P8. He's pulled down to the apron. Looks like he's coming to pit road. Maybe he's got a flat tire.
Off the track and down on the pit road is Simon Magnin.
Do not see a black flag for him, but not good. Hopefully, maybe they can make it to the stage, though he just looks like he just hopped out of a truck. So, problems early on for the 46. He's been pretty consistently running good this year.
Ryan Chapman hanging on to 4th spot right now.
These have been the players up front pretty much every week. We got Nicholas Moreau leading, Kyle Milliken, Jack Ricci, Ryan Chapman, Brett Gardner. Brandon Minto has had some really good qualifying runs as of late, and he's holding on to P6 here. Justin Gann, Austin DeMore, Martin Garreau, and Field Miller round out our top 10 right here. Underneath and Austin DeMore right behind him. 5 truck coming out of turn 2.
Side by side, that's for 6th position. Justin Gann Going to take that position now. Phil Miller and Brandon Minto are side by side.
I'm looking for the
Austin
field.
DeMore.
Yes, the 21 of Austin DeMore. I'm looking through the field, and we touted all these 2 and 3 wides, but everybody seems to have been. This is their only battle, is the 5 and the 21. Everybody else has seemed to have been kind of calm here. But Ryan Chapman did make his way past Jack Ritchie, so put Ryan Chapman in third.
Austin DeMore, Brandon Minto, side by side still fighting for position. That's going to be a 3-wide battle. Phil Miller wants a piece of this.
Why not? There's our 3 wide. We touted it. There it is. Thank you very much, Phil Miller, for giving us a 3 wide.
Oh, right out of space.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, Brandon Minto lifts there and allows that to happen, but that was going to be trouble if they didn't.
Brandon Minto, once again, this is what happened last week with him. He qualified really good, but he's going backwards early here. Could just be saving tires, trying to wait to the end. Did we mention when the stage was? I don't remember if we actually got to it.
I was just thinking about that. We never did get to our race info here. 134 laps tonight, 205 miles around this track. Stage is at lap 35. The final stage will be 99 laps. Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. And there's some more information. You got 4 sets of tires, 25 cars tonight. You got 40 laps is your estimated fuel run, which is not correct. I don't think I set that, but 45 miles an hour for your pit road speed.
Look at you with all this information. I'm on an information overload. Just looking up front, we've got Kyle Milliken and Ryan Chapman here running second and third. Ryan is right there as we're watching these 2 elevated esports drivers go at it.
Yeah, Kyle started third, currently in second. Grabbed that second spot and has held on this far. Ryan Chapman, though, up 4 spots, started in 7th, currently in 3rd, trying to take that away from Kyle.
So now, Barbecue Motorsports is the 72, right?
72, 00, and a 5.
0, 5. That's what though. All right, because that's been our heavy hitter team here is those 3.
So here's
fact,
what we
they
got.
Tons of. Go ahead.
I was going to tell you. So we got Nicholas Burrow leading. That's Romo Racing Easy Crew. You got Kyle Milliken and Ryan Chapman, who are kind of pseudo teammates. They're both in elevated. They're elevated teammates. You got Jack Reach and Brett Gardner together. They're barbecue. You got Justin Gann and Austin DeMore, who are speed demons. So there's kind of your team breakdown.
All right. Well, this is like F1, where all the teams, the cars run pretty close to where they are. Yeah.
Justin Gann actually moves up to 5th position, gets by Brett Gardner. So slides Gardner back to 6th.
And I'm just going back and I'm looking at the Fury Motorsport contingent of Marshall Johnson, who's on Marshall Johnson Racing, but these are all affiliated with the Home Depot, followed by Michael Blackner in the Lowe's truck, followed by Tony Solari in the pseudo Menards truck, all running 1, 2, 3 from 14 down to 16 on the racetrack. I think they have the home DIY contingent in the same chat channel down there.
They are packed tight here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Ryan Chapman under fire. That's Justin Gann under fire from Jack Reach, Brett Gardner, and Austin DeMore all right here together.
Jack Gann has come up and kind of driven by a lot of these guys. A couple laps ago, he was back, and actually, as I'm saying it, Austin DeMore is running to the outside, and Brett Gardner is up to 0. Oh, in the wall a little bit.
Touch of the wall there for the Austin DeMore machine. Just side by side, Brett Gardner looking to the inside.
Ryan Chapman has moved up the racetrack in 3 and 4, so here we go. We're 14 laps into or 15 laps into the race, and people are already starting to move around.
No more with the 17 to Chapman using that top side. Used to, that's where you'd run all the time. You'd run a few laps on the bottom and then go right to the top. But now with this aging of this track, The bottom's become a little more prevalent. The top's kind of wore out just a little bit. You can kind of wrap that bottom, which is where Kyle Milliken's running.
Well, we all know that's where I would be, and you'd be up by where Ryan is. But you're right. The tracks as they've added the dynamic track to these tracks, it seems like it's made the bottom the go-to lane, especially early on in these runs.
Justin Gann hanging tight right there behind him as well. They just haven't yet made up the time on Nicholas Moreau, who's just sitting out there about a half a second in front of these guys. Pretty comfortable margin for now, as you see Ryan Chapman move back to the bottom. But that dirty air, maybe clipping the apron, has caused him to wash up the track a little bit.
Yeah, he's lost a little bit down the backstretch. But did I see Nicholas running the top there in 1 and 2?
Might be changing, might be trying some things. You see Kyle Milliken actually are in the middle of 3 and 4 there.
Right behind him, Justin Gann now has tracked down these two. He's slowly making his way forward here. So I just confirmed Nicholas is running the bottom in 1 and 2 now. We got a couple of people in chat. We have several Let's Go Barbecue Motorsports. They might not have the most cars on the track, but they certainly have the most fans in our chat. And then, of course, we have one going out there, Let's Go AA Ron, for Aaron Satcher on the 13th. He is running 13th.
And I did fix our fuel number, I think, for tonight. It's around 53 laps according to the chart. And I can tell you this, we got a cool new fuel usage bar here we're going to try to use as we go through. And this will kind of show you the estimated amount of laps the driver can do based on their last pit stop time. Of course, we haven't had pit stops yet. So right there, estimated laps, 35, now 34 laps left of fuel for the 17 Ryan Chapman, which is plenty to get them to the stage. But after the stage, this might come into play to kind of see, you know, what guys can kind of stretch this and make it a fuel run versus the ones that will have to pit early.
That's pretty cool, pretty cool. I'd love to see the innovation we got going here at Full Throttle TV. Where you should tune in every single Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Chapman almost in the wall there in turn 3. Right against the wall.
He's been running the high side. Kyle in front of him has been going up and down, and Kyle has caught our race leader. He's underneath our race leader.
He's running down. Kyle to the bottom, trying to take away this lead. That's going to be the tough way around, though. Although he gets a pretty good run off the corner, just cannot stay side by side there with Nicholas.
Nicholas had tried running the top a couple laps, and when he's doing that, Kyle was running the bottom, and he caught him, and now Nicholas is running. There's a lot of going on here. We got Justin Gann, who was caught back to Ryan Chapman a couple of laps ago. He actually tried to get underneath Chapman and got loose. So put Justin Gann back up in this mix.
All right, Kyle tried to run the bottom. He's going to try to dive down on the exit to get that clean air and get that run off the corner. You're right, side by side now for his third as the 30 of Gann works to the inside of Ryan Chapman.
It's so, when you catch a guy who's running the top side, it's so inviting to just dive in on the bottom underneath them. But you don't get the run off the corner that they do, so you can make up time going in the middle. But not getting the power down off the corner is definitely a killer, and it makes it that much harder to pass.
Battle is only for third. 17 hanging tough on the top side. 30 again can't quite clear there.
And that tends to see what happens is you get that run, you can actually get a good in the middle, but you don't get the power down off, although Gann doesn't clear him.
Gann did clear him.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm watching my wrong screen. I feel like Tony out here. Oh, the 12. What happened to the 12? Christopher Harrison. Sliding down to the grass.
Through the grass. Hits the pit cone. He's going to keep rolling. No caution as he's off the track. We stay green, but some issues there for the 12 of Harrison. We'll go back and see what happened to the 12 here. Coming through the front stretch. Let's see what happens here. Racing Oh, he goes to avoid a truck that gets loose off the corner, goes through the grass, tries to rejoin. He gets 2 tires on the asphalt and upsets the truck, and he goes spinning. That's unfortunate. That's what happens.
That was the 50 of Martin Garreau, who got sideways loose above him, and yeah, it looked like he just tried to make sure he didn't get collected, and then unfortunately did some mowing, and yeah.
Oh, close race
Didn't hit
between
anything,
Demore and Gardner. Demore tried to close the door there, but Gardner was hanging on his quarter panel. Demore's going to hang on to that position for the 5th.
Meanwhile, Nicholas has put a little distance between him and Kyle.
He's fitted off the charge for now.
Yes.
Kyle looks a little loose off the corner right there. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of trucks kind of wiggling off the corner.
Well, we're 26 laps into this run, and we got 9 more laps to the stage. These guys are going to be wanting to put some shoes on here. As all these guys are close here, right from Jack Ritchie in what, 5th or 60th or 7th, all the way up to 2nd. Austin Demore underneath Ryan Chapman, or looking underneath Ryan Chapman.
It's so hard to get that run off. He's going to have to give that one up because they're going to open the door for Gardner. Not yet. Again, working lap 27 of 134.
And now Kyle is caught back up to Nicholas Moreau. He's within a couple car length and a half here. Seems to get there. Ugh. That's so frustrating. You catch the guy, you're like, oh, I gotta be faster than him, and you catch him, and unfortunately, he's running in a line that you just can't make that pass.
Justin Gann's starting to catch these two as well, right there in the picture. Only 0.6 of a second back from our leader.
Trying to make it a 3-car battle, and now we're back to, we were mentioning teams before, and we have 3 completely different teams here fighting for the lead here towards the stage win.
Austin Demore able to make the pass on the 17 of Ryan Chapman, so Demore up into 4th position. Speed Demon bringing the heat. As I get around Chapman there, Brett Gardner actually get around he's got his teammate Jack Ritchie right there behind him. All this happening for 4th on back. Your top 3 closing up. How can I hate? We got a stage coming up in 5 laps. This has been interesting.
Yeah, well, we'll have 99 laps of this kind of stuff afterwards. So I'm sure we'll see. Actually, I'm watching Kyle just continually try to make that bottom side pass.
Oh, we had something happen to Brandon Minto. He's off.
Yeah. Off track.
Cal Millet. Boy, this is some great battling here for the lead. Moreau in front, Milliken 2nd, Gann in 3rd. Fortunately,
Brandon Minto just disappeared. His quality's at 427, and he just disappeared. That stinks.
You know, he's had some internet issues in the past, so
yeah, that still stinks.
Surprised, but yeah,
when you're on the track like that, you're running. In the top 10, and then your internet gets up. As Justin Gann is
yep, for 2nd. Yep. That's what I was looking at.
Ooh, close racing.
He's going to slide up. Yes, he is. He's going to take that position. Justin Gann is 2nd. Little wiggle off the corner though. All right. He's got what, 2 laps? He's going to have 2 laps when we hit the line. 3 laps to do it here.
Sorry, I'm looking to the 50 of Martin Garreau. Him and Casey McMullen were running for the last spot here, and Garreau got loose and up in the wall. Casey McMullen now is in 10th spot. Garreau losing 1, 2, and possibly 3 spots this lap.
Watching this battle for the lead, they kind of get spaced out just a little bit. That battle for 2nd kind of pulling them off of the back of the 15 and Moreau up front. But I think the 30 is going to have something to say about this, even if he doesn't get to him in time for the stage break.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get to him before the stage break. We just got the closed pits message, so lap and a half, or almost a lap and a half on the stage. Although he's right there.
He's closing pretty good this lap.
He's an expert at saving tires and coming out late in the run. Going down through 1 and 2. Looking. He's at the quarter panel, but got loose.
Couldn't quite do it there. 3 and 4 for the final time, coming to the end of the stage.
Nick went down.
He did.
I think he was going to. I thought he was going to get the run on the outside.
I think that was a defensive move to hang on to the stage. He's going to do it. Nicholas Moreau going to win the stage over Justin Gang, Kyle Milliken, Austin DeMore, Jack Ritchie, your top 5 as the caution comes out for the stage.
Yeah, I think Justin's going to have something to say about who wins this race at the end for sure. Everybody's going to have to get down pit road now with no issues. They changed, iRacing changed the way pit road works and how speeding works. I got bit with it the other day. Hopefully nobody gets bit with it tonight. But let's see, we got Nick winning the stage. Justin Gann came second. Kyle Milliken third. Austin DeMore fourth. Jack Ritchie fifth. Brett Garner sixth. Ryan Chapman seventh. Field Miller 8th. Michael Thwaites, who started 19th, is up to 9th. And Casey McMullen, who actually started 24th tonight, almost shotgun on the field, came home P10 to take that final stage point.
This will be pretty good. Good points for everybody there in the top 10. They're going to get to relax here. So we get ready for pit stops. I'm going to show you another new feature. We're going to look at the 15 of Moreau's pit stop time. We'll pull up our little pit stop counter here as he heads down. He'll be the first stall down there, so it'll be a minute, but he's going to head down to his pit stall. We'll time his pit stop. We're going to see what it is compared to some of these others. See who has the fastest pit stop here on pit road.
It's never me. I don't know what I do. My pit crew, I buy him ice cream.
He slides deep, but he gets stopped. It might cost him a little bit of time here.
I don't get it.
All right, let's see the race off pit road. It's clearly going to be Moreau, but just here comes a speeding number 30 of Justin Gann. 14.1 seconds for a pit stop there. Pretty good, even though he slid a little deep. What's Justin Gann's? 13.9. So Justin a little bit better on pit road than the 15 in Moreau, just about 2/10 faster. And that can be a difference maker coming towards the end of this race.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can pick up spots on pit road, that's a whole lot easier than picking them up on the track. But I set my one iRacing screen to follow the leader. Everybody came down pit road, and for the first time ever, it went to the pace car. And I'm like, I looked up to see, because you were talking about Nick Moreau, and I went to go because he was supposed to be the leader, and it was on the pace car. And I'm like, why am I looking at the pace car? He ain't really leading. And as soon as Nick came out of the pits, it picked him back up as the leader.
JC Evans. He probably blinked out while he was in the pit stop. It says 8.7, but I don't think that's correct. I think he's having some connection issues.
He did actually make some time up. Did he maybe only take 2 tires?
It could be.
Nope, he took 4.
I was going to say, I think he blinked out while he was in his pit stop.
Yeah, he did twice. There was 2 blinks while he was in pits. In fact, actually, he's blinking now.
All right, we get ready for a restart. 1 lap to go here. Racing to the end. And again, to remind you on the fuel, about 53 laps from here for the leaders. So we've got 96.
That means you can split it.
Yeah, we got 96 laps to go. So
All right. What's going to happen is if they get a caution, that'll screw up that math. But
Yeah.
shockingly, Nick took the bottom. Let's see what Justin can do now that he's running second.
All right, here we come down for the restart. Into the restart zone. Nicholas Moreau fires. Green flag flies. Green flag in her face. Just got smacked in the face with the green flag on the restart.
Well, as long as they didn't drop it on the racetrack, it's all good.
Austin Moore fined for second under the 30 of Justin Gannon. We've seen Gannon before drop through the pack a little bit, saving tires.
And that's one of the reasons why he's so good at coming back late in the run, is that he does save it up front. And we got Brett Gardner to the outside. He's trying to make a run.
Gardner trying to get around the 21 of Demore. So Gardner up to third. Rumble Racing. You got Rumble Racing. You got Speed Demon. You got Barbecue.
BBQ.
Kyle Milken lost a few spots in pit road. He's back in the fifth.
Good. He had a 2-second longer stop or troll down pit lane than Nicholas did. 2 seconds on pit road is quite a lot of time.
Well, his pit stop time was okay, 14.5. On par with the other guys.
Didn't make it down pit road as quickly as the other guys did, maybe. I don't know. So you have the actual pit stop. I have how long it takes to go from pit entrance to pit exit, including the pit stop.
It's a battle of inches.
It is. Or as Nick would say, millimeters. Millimeters. Centimeters. Meters. So we got some, like I said, we have some barbecue guys out there. We got somebody just again. Tony's mom watching along. How's it going? Tony's mom. Go Tony. And somebody's saying, y'all better watch for the 00 boogie time.
Boogie time.
It's boogie time.
Let him.
And you know that if he makes it to interviews tonight, you know I'm going to ask about boogie time.
Well, he is outside of the 21 of Demore right now, fighting for third. Demore actually got underneath him. Demore up the track just a little bit there. They're able to fend him off on the top, but they are all still packed pretty close together here. Nick not getting away this time. The 30 keeping him honest.
Well, it's not just him. You got a train of it's a train of guys all the way back to 11, and that's only because that's all I could see back. I expected Justin to actually drop back a little bit, but
it's close racing off two between the 21 and the 00, getting really close off turn two. Still trying to make that bottom work. Demore is.
And 00, they're getting close again.
Yeah, he's washing up off that bottom, trying to get the gas off the corner there, and getting really close to 00. But here comes the leader, under fire by Justin Gannon, the 30, underneath the 15. Into turn one.
He's got him cleared if he wanted to come up, which he does. New leader, 30 to the point.
So Justin Gannon takes the lead off turn two. That battle for third continues to rage on. So 00 really close to the back bumper of the 15 on entry right there.
I wonder if the 30 caught Nicholas a little bit on asleep there. Nicholas trying to save tires. Maybe got caught up and wasn't expecting the 30 to attack this quickly, but
it's not just the 30. 0
it's not.
The back bumper of the 15 there. The 21 of Demore trying to take advantage of that underneath him.
And there's the two elevated esports guys, the Kyle Milken in the 42 and Ryan Chapman in the 17. Also right there with Jack Ritchie and Michael Thwaites running side by side right behind them.
Thwaites making the charge. 7th and 8th right there, back there in this pack, and everybody, like I said, right there together. Nick back to the front though, around the top.
Yeah. High side and wide there to make that pass. Like I said, I wonder if Nick, now Kyle Milken up to the outside around the 00.
Look at Milliken making a move on the 00. Gardner takes that 4th position. You can just see how
Ryan
these guys
Chapman
are jockeying
Yeah,
around.
this is crazy. There's every lap somebody else is going by somebody else. And we've mentioned it a couple of times this season so far, but that 99, Michael Thwaites started 19th tonight, and he's right here fighting in the top 7. Great run.
Started in, he's up 12 positions. Started in 19th, up to 7th position.
And he's fighting. It's not like he's hanging out. He's right there with this lead packer. They going 3 wide. I thought the 00 was going to go in an elevated sandwich there.
Well, they're all over the place. Jockey for position. Kyle Milliken, I think, got a little tight at 24 there. Cost him a little position.
Here comes Jack Ritchie underneath Michael Thwaites.
Boy, I think they were about Kyle Milliken's going to clear. Side by side with Jack Ritchie, Michael Thwaites. Side by side for third as well. Demora and Gardner.
It just keeps swapping. Nobody's happy here except for maybe Nick. Everybody each lap is trying to take advantage of the guy in front of him here and make their way forward. As Jack Ritchie's looking on the 99, going in 3 again.
And look at all these cars still right there with the leaders. Nobody's kind of pulled away. Top 10, top 15-ish. All right there together.
Shout out to Brian Bliss in 12th right there. He's got a hot rod tonight. He started 23rd. He's right behind Casey McMullen, who started 24th. So the two of them come up through the field together.
Sorry, 7th will not go away between Thwaites and Ritchie. Thwaites wrapping that top, making that work really well. They're losing ground though. They kind of realize they can get back in line.
As we're saying that, Justin Gann is what, the 15. He's not making a move yet, but he's there.
I think he's
stalking him.
He's warming up from he was running top side of there too, trying to get that run off the corner, trying to catch.
Wall contact from the 30 and the 00.
He was running the top, trying to catch the 15 off guard. Right there.
But Austin DeMore heading to the outside of the 00, coming out of 2 down the backstretch.
Battle for third.
Didn't the 00 just go by to 21 like a lap ago? I can't even keep up anymore.
Really? The 21. Oh, that's tight into the corner there.
And then Ryan Chapman trying to get in there, saying, well, you guys want to keep this up, I'm going to go buy you guys.
That is the battle for third, fourth, and fifth. And I'll tell you what, Austin Moore's keeping the 30th Gann on us. He's right there with him as well.
Yeah, and everybody is still within, 2 seconds of the leader here? Yeah, all the way back to 11th. Case McMullen is only 2 seconds off the lead.
Jack Ritchie Ryan Chapman's starting to work over Brett Gardner on the bottom, or trying to. He's going to lose that battle for now. Gardner's going to maintain that position.
Going on, I'm looking in the back. We got the 11 of Tony Spicy Solari trying to get 9th place from Field Miller with Case McMullen in tow. Coming side by side down the front stretch.
Field Miller started 13th. He's currently in the 10th position, trying to move one spot forward. And then you got Tony Solari who started 16th. So both those guys going in the right direction. And of course, behind him, Casey McMullen. I think, well, he's not our biggest. Well, he's tied with our biggest mover, Michael Thwaites.
Well, I think Michael Thwaites would win that because he's in 7th. So that would be my vote. Do I get a vote?
I mean, that's what I usually do. Whoever's running the farthest forward. Side by side, Ryan Chapman, Brett Gardner. Did Gardner have an issue off turn 2?
Yeah, he just got sideways and almost bounced off the wall. Had to lift a little bit. So Ryan, an absolute great shot by.
All right, they're starting to get a little more space in between them all.
So we put on a lap.
Continue to lead.
37.
That's what I was just about to pull up. 33 laps is showing that they have left in the tank. So
we're about halfway-ish. So we're 37. We're 22 laps into the run. So we're almost halfway, which means these tires, if you've been naughty to the tires, these tires are going to be naughty back to you.
Fuel's one thing, tires are a complete different one. So if the 15's using them up trying to hold everybody off, if the 30's using them up trying to chase the 15 down, they're going to start showing up.
And what did you say? We had 53 laps available?
I believe that's, yeah.
So we got 75 laps to go.
Yes, 53 laps. Yeah, 4 sets of tires.
So we got 75 laps to go right now. So we still have 22 laps before they can make it to the end on a fuel road. So still got a lot of harrying time here to get these tires to make it through.
I tell you what, it's been some great racing without any real issues as well with these guys up front. A lot of close racing, side-by-side racing. So, I mean, maybe a little frustrating at times, too. We got a boost for the lead.
Looked like Nicholas had a bit of an issue coming off that corner, and Justin did the same thing Ryan did, just took advantage of it.
He drives down underneath him, going to take the lead. 30 of Gann to the point. Although, brings the 15 Moreau back to the outside.
Man, that draft is strong here. Might be able to clear him here.
Draft is strong with this one. 30 up the track, right in front of the 15 in Moreau. 15 going to do the switchback, go back to the inside.
Don't look now. There's the 21 of Austin Demore licking his chops, trying to figure out which one of these guys he needs to pass next. Nick gets a little loose.
30 holding tight on the outside. The 21, actually the teammate to the 30 of Gann. I would assume he would pick his teammate, but you never know.
But yeah, actually, you guys had that issue the other night where you said the same thing and found out they're 2 completely different setups. And, side by side still.
Don't look now, but the 17 of Ryan Chapman has all of a sudden joined the party here.
Yeah, I wonder if his team made some adjustments on that pit stop, because he did fall back in that first stage, but he looks like he's holding on a whole lot better in this stage.
And going to slot back into second position. Hang on to that one now. Austin Moore in third, Ryan Chapman in fourth. 4-car train, 4 cars under a blanket up at the front here with 64 laps to go.
And back behind them, Kyle Milken and Brett Gardner were fighting for 5th. Brett Gardner had it, Kyle wanted it, and Kyle just took it.
So the elevated guys came to play tonight.
Chapman on the Austin Moore for 3rd.
Side by side for 3rd there.
And I mean, you got to be at this particular point where, like I said, we're what, 20-something laps into the run, but 10th place is still 1.8 seconds behind the leader. All these go, they're side by side down the backstretch, but all these guys are all still right here.
DeMar got a little loose there off turn 2 and kind of almost came into the side of the 17 of Chapman. He's struggling with a little looseness on the exit of the corner. So it's like he wiggles a little bit right there.
Michael Thwaites looking underneath Brett Gardner right now. Brett Gardner's truck, I don't think, is up to what he wants it to be. So he doesn't quite clear him this particular lap. Brett Gardner holds him off.
Oh, he's loose too, trying to hang on to it.
Big time loose.
Yeah, he's going to actually lose another position, I think, to Jack Ritchie right there on the outside.
All both of them. The 00 is completely backwards in front of them too, and right behind that is the Spice Man himself. In fact, actually, I think I see where he gets his sense of humor from. His mom is in chat saying, "Keep it rolling, Spicy."
Oh, close race between Demore and Chapman here. Chapman holding him tight on the bottom. Demore trying to stay there, but Demore's had some issues staying on the bottom late in these runs.
Here comes
Actually,
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle gonna get a run on him here.
And that's what happens with all these cars right here. You get loose once off the corner, and the car behind you, they just drive right up there, and then the next thing you know, you're, instead of making a pass on the car in front of you, you're trying to fight off the guy that was behind you.
Forward with Brett Gardner, forward Kyle Milliken and Austin Moore racing side by side. Got a seat in the house right here for this battle. It's so tough up the corner there to kind of carry your momentum.
Well, both of them got really loose off the turn 2 there.
A lot of trucks struggling with handling right now.
I'll tell you one that's not struggling, and that's the 30 of Justin Gann. But Nicholas, he hasn't driven away from Nicholas. Now we have Michael Thwaites underneath the 00 again, right behind the battle that was Kyle and Austin.
Underneath the 00. Zero's going to pull ahead into 3. Drives up the track, and he's clear. It's a good thing.
He was clear. I'm not sure a spotter would have said clear, but he was clear.
It's a situation you just have to kind of clear yourself and hope for the best.
I was going to say, was that self-clearing? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Now, actually, Jack Ritchie's getting by the 00.
00
and here comes Tony Solari also trying to make his way underneath the 00.
Get the track a little bit. Sideways. Battle between Kyle Milliken underneath Austin Demore for 4th.
They were just side by side 2 laps ago. These trucks are looking so loose. Kyle getting sideways. Oh, he's still sideways.
He's still trying to hang on to it. Sliding to the inside's I think he's gonna save it. He's gonna hang on to it. Oh my goodness.
Come on, Kyle.
Oh
no, he's still go. Oh, come on, Kyle. He's still sideways.
No.
He's straight.
He's still trying to get the power down. It's like he's got a flat
tire.
tire.
Put it in third. Oh my God. My heart is in my throat. And Kyle now has the record for longest spin I've ever seen on a racetrack. That thing started in the middle of the back stretch, and he didn't collect it until the middle of the front stretch. But no caution, nothing hit. Oh my God.
We continue on. My goodness.
I'm spent just watching that.
I'm glad you commentated that whole situation.
Sorry. Just like, oh my God.
No. All right, let's see.
But looking back up front, yeah, Jack Ritchie got in front of Michael Thwaites here. Michael Thwaites got in front of Brett Gardner. But Gardner coming back here. Now we got Casey McMullen right behind them. Look underneath Tony Solari. Up front, Nicholas is right there on the 30. He's actually looking underneath them coming out of turn 2. The battle for the lead brewing again.
Battle for the lead. 15 looking underneath the 30 of Gann. Did the 15 save a little tire here? Can he complete this pass on the bottom?
And running them down, not running them down, but running them close. Trying to take that lane away off the corner to keep the outside momentum going, and they're side by side down across the line here.
Yeah, even as they hit the start-finish line. Look at the fuel. Another 17 laps. So I have to hit pit road. They'll be
it's amazing.
Well within their 30 loose off the corner there.
It's amazing how we think the same, because I was just about to say, normally we have no idea what's going on with fuel, but your wonderful little fuel calculator, we know now that they have to get to 53 or less laps to go before the pit to be able to make it to the end. So
And they'll hit 53 well before the 17 laps. We've got 59 to go here, so 8 more laps. They'll be within the window, but you want to kind of run into that window a little bit before you pit. The question is, are you going to pit as soon as you get in the window, or are you going to run it dry?
yes,
Well, you can't. You
there'll be
can't
guys
do
that,
both.
well, you can't do both, but they will. We'll have guys that do both ends of the spectrum, and then probably a couple in the middle.
I think so
But
too. Still
what
side
a
by
battle
side
up front!
this
Yeah, they're
lead.
still side by side.
I know we're talking about fuel, but here they are, still side by side. The 30 of Gann holding on really nice on the outside there. The 15 just can't quite make that pass, and all they're doing is bringing the 17 of Chapman into the battle with them.
And I think the 15 might actually be. Oh, here comes Ryan. He's got a good run down the back
That was
stretch.
a
He's
really
gonna
good
go
run.
under the 15. Ooh, 15 way up the track.
He's going to run that top now, give the bottom to the 17 to Chapman, try to get that roll off the corner. I'll tell you what, 17 got through there really well that time.
I don't know what they did to the 17 under that pit stop, but I think a lot of the trucks would love to have a little bit of it, because he, like I said, early on in the first stage, he faded towards the end, and here he is, right up
Here's-
here with the
Look behind him, Austin and Moore right there with him as well. So everybody kind of catching back up here. We got a 4-truck battle once again, and actually got a battle for the lead as Gann goes to the top. Moreau looks underneath, trying to switch the lead back here.
side by side again. I think we've seen this show for the last couple of laps.
Yeah, good racing up front. 17 going to go to the third lane. He will if he can, and he gets a good run off the corner. Oh, is he going to look to the bottom? 3 wide for the lead as the 17 dives to the bottom into turn 3.
Nicholas backs out, but not too much out. They are side by side here.
Yeah.
Almost 3 wide off.
So the 17 going to fight for second there. Up the track, trying to chase just again. A little unconventional line there through the crowd. Ooh, 17
Ryan
gets
was
dirty
clear.
air.
Yeah.
Flushes up the track. 15's there, though. Has to back out of it. It's going to lose third possibly here, too, as Austin and Moore looks underneath him. Meanwhile, 15's still looking to the top of the 30.
I think Nick might have learned something about where Ryan was running. He's trying the Ryan line, and 3 and 4 almost made it to the outside of the 30.
54 laps to go, and we have a pit stop brewing here shortly. You know, I thought we'd maybe seen more spacing by now, but these guys all packed together. These pit stops are going to be critical. They're going to be crucial to where they're running. They got to get in smoothly, have a good pit stop, and get out, and also make the pit stop at the right time. If you miss it by 1 lap, you could lose a lot of track time here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we still have the top 9 within 2 seconds. But one thing I want to point out is Casey McMullen in the 71 has raced his way up to 7th. He's passed Brett Garner, he's passed Tony Solari, and Phil Miller, and he is right here. He is definitely coming late in the run here.
I think everybody's right here.
Again.
Look, everybody's caught back up, and we got a battle again. The 15 still looking underneath the 30.
This is turning out to be a Casey McMullen kind of race. I'm telling you, he's going to get the fuel mileage. We know that, but he's right here. He did this the other night at Pocono and won the race from it.
He's been known to run late in these runs. I'm not so sure you want to do that here, though. I would be in his ear telling him, listen, you got to pit with these guys. We're going to run with 15 really loose off the corner trying to stay underneath the 30. But if you want to run with these guys, you need to pit around these guys. You gotta stay in contention here. If you run long, you're going to lose a lot of time. You may be able to gain it on the long run, but I don't know if you want to take that risk. It's a race for seconds on. Here comes DeMoore, the teammate to the 30 of Gann, looking underneath the 15.
And as they're running side by side behind them, we got the 72, the 99, and the 17 duking it out.
We're going to be 3 wide.
This race is so exciting, I broke my desk already.
You broke your desk.
Yeah, I got to do some desk repairs after the race.
Left side for second. I mean, good night. There's racing all over the track. The 99 Waits up to fifth, too. I kind of glossed over that, but up to fifth spot, having a good run, looking underneath the 17 of Chapman. Along with, you talk about the 71 running towards the front. Here's the 99 as well.
And they're 2x2. Everybody's 2x2.
Nolan makes the pass on Richie.
Waits almost makes it on Ryan. Doesn't quite clear him. Ryan gets the shot up the outside here. Austin Demore has made his way past Nicholas Moreau, so putting Austin in second and he's back to third. Austin's not done. He's looking underneath the 30 down the front stretch here.
Wow. Gonna have to battle for the lead. Here comes Demore. Tired of playing second fiddle. Gonna go for the lead into turn one.
Waits makes his way, and now Case McMullen makes his way past the 17 of Ryan Chapman. So puts Waits up to fourth. Well, I'd say Casey in fifth, but he gets so Ryan gets a run underneath him down the backstretch here.
Looking at our fuel, looking pretty critical. What does I say? 5 laps? 5 laps till these guys have to find pit road. That's an estimation.
0-0. Here comes the 0-0 down pit road.
Gardner hits pit road. He could be the first of our leaders to come down pit road. That's probably going to kick off a cycle here.
And one thing we haven't mentioned is that when they do come to pit road, not running over each other, not making that mistake of running into the guy in front of you.
Right.
And taking you both
Look
out
at
of
Demore, though. Demore to the front, takes the lead over the 30 again. Austin Demore to the point.
17 to pit road.
Ryan Chapman coming to pit road.
Michael Thwaites to the outside of Nicholas Moreau going for third spot.
I'll tell you what, we've got some heavy hitters late in this run. The 15 of Thwaites, the 71 of McMullen really making a charge here late in this run. If we run this out green, those guys are going to be a contender for the lead if they can make these pit stops and make them, competitive and stay close to these leaders.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've basically run these guys down. Here comes the 30 and the 15 to pit road.
30 of Gann coming to pit road. The 15 of Moreau trying to come as well. 15, really good entry there, right on the back of Gann as they hit pit road.
A couple other guys coming down pit road.
Yeah, J.C. Evans, Brian Bliss, Ted Pullen, Dave Nestor all on pit road.
Ooh, Jack Ritchie just got big time loose coming out of 2.
He's going to be coming to pit road. The 11 of Tony Solari on the outside of him. Our leader, Demore, is going to hit pit road there. Here he comes.
Casey McMullen on pit
coming
road as
in
well.
hot. Oh, no. I think he might have. We'll have to see how they score that.
Austin Demore, black flag on my list.
Oh.
That's heartbreaking right there. Absolutely heartbreaking. He was leading the race. Told you pit stops were going to be could be interesting.
Gonna be critical. 14.2 on the 71 of Casey McMullen. He's down and away. Our leader, Michael Thwaites. Now he's coming in with Tony Solari behind him.
Nicholas Moreau has come out of the pits in front of the 30 of Justin Gann. In fact, actually, Ryan Chapman caught Justin Gann as they were going through 3 and 4. So pitting that extra lap for Ryan has not worked out.
Watching the pit stop for the 91 of Thwaites. Can it be around the 14.4, 14.6 range we've seen? 14.3, good stop. As long as he got in and out of pit road quick, he'll still be in contention right there with our leaders. Although he did run kind of late, so we'll see how that works out. Is that Brett Gardner still out there on...
No, he was the first one to pit.
Yeah, so he's out in front of Nicholas Moreau right now, about 1.7 seconds. So Moreau's going to have to do some work to catch him, but he does have a little fresher tires.
Yes, 2 laps.
Justin Gann.
Brett was...
Sorry, I was just going to say Justin Gann right there together with Ryan Chapman.
Yes. And there's so Nicholas and Justin are on the same lap, 88. Brett pitted on lap 86, and Ryan pitted on lap 87. So Of those four, Nicholas and Justin have, I think, the best set of tires.
And Jack Ritchie, Casey McMullen right there together as well, sort of in range. They're fourth and fifth, or fifth and sixth, I should say. And but again, they're kind of spaced out. Casey McMullen's 5.3 seconds back of our leader.
And this is all because of the staggering of the pits.
Right.
And those two guys that pitted, they got, especially for the 2 laps, they got the fresh tires for 2 laps. And that gap is what you were seeing right now and why everything is so spread out.
This is that's why I said the lap you pit on is critical. You want to pit with the guys, because the laps you stay out, you're going to lose time. You have to make that up on the track at the end of the run here.
And my goal is usually with 2 laps.
Yep.
The guys I'm running pit, I like to do it no more than 2 laps after, because otherwise it's hard to really make that up on the racetrack.
Which I think Moreau, Gann, Chapman, they kind of hit that on it. Well, Chapman's 1 lap behind, but Moreau ran 2 laps after Gardner and pitted. Same thing with Gann, so they've kind of hit that delta. You're right, that's kind of where I like to be as well. So I think they've really run that perfectly. Now they've got to make up that time though, because Gardner apparently had a really good pit stop, got out front 1.4 seconds in front of a second and third. So now they're going to have to somehow work together to kind of get back up there in contention.
And they have been running last lap. Actually, Justin was a little bit faster than Nick, but they were both faster than Brett. The lap before it was reversed. Nicholas was faster than Justin. But again, they were still both faster than Brett. So it's definitely doable, and there's 40 laps to go. So
it's a shame our fastest car on track last time by was the 21 in Austin and Moore. I mean, he was probably fueled a little bit by that mistake on pit road. He was frustrated out there running hard, but and I hated to see that, man. He was leading the race coming to pit road.
Yeah, ran a great race, drove up, looked like he saved enough tires to drive up and take over that lead right before pit stops. And unfortunately, yeah, heartbreaking that didn't work.
Shag Kearney's putting a lap down, so Shag goes
That's
1
our
lap down.
first lap. That's our first lapped on track car. We're 97 laps in. We finally lapped the car.
Gardner started 4th tonight. Lucky was struggling through the field a little bit there. Hit it early, got out front. He's trying to hang on, but I got bad news for him. He's bleeding some pretty good time right now. Nicholas Moreau down under a second now.
Yeah, he was 2/10 faster than Brett was that lap. And he's towing around the 30 and the 17. They're all running within thousands of each other, trying to catch and run the double zero down.
And I don't think the 15 was necessarily the best car there on the long run either. As a matter of fact, I think one of the best cars was the 99 and the 71. Those two looked like they were hanging on really strong late in the run. They're 3 seconds back of this battle there.
Yeah, I believe the 99 was outside of the 15 when he went to go pit. So, and he drove there. It's not like he was only there because Nicholas was pitting. He actually drove up alongside of Nicholas there towards the end.
Yeah, I think Thwaite's a little bit of a. He pitted on lap. He ran longer, so he ran on lap 91. So
he did, yeah. And Casey lap 89. I have 89 and 90. So they ran a little bit longer yet, and then and they're right there still. I mean, they're 3 seconds. Casey's 3 seconds back. I mean,
he's drafting with Jack Ritchie. If they could make up, some time, but they're going to use the tire doing it. That's kind of the problem.
Yes, and actually Jack Ritchie and Casey pitted on the same lap, so they should be running around the same time.
Well,
so
you're looking back up front, and you see the leader in the same frame. As a matter of fact, the 30 of Gann going to actually try to take away second from Nicholas Moreau. For second, he wants to be the first one to get to Brett Gardner.
Well, they're definitely getting to Brett Gardner. You're right. Who's going to be the first one there? As here we go again with the side-by-side of Nicholas and Justin. This seems like it's a replay of what we were watching right before the pit.
Some great close but respectful racing out of the two of them all night tonight, and honestly the whole field tonight.
I think we've had one caution knocking on my broken desk.
We had one caution, and that was for the stage.
Yes.
No cautions for incident. You're right. We almost had one. Kyle Milliken tried his best.
The recipient of the longest spin award.
All right, here we go. Pass for the lead to 15, and Moreau has caught Brett Gardner. He's dove under Brett Gardner. I thought he might have passed Brett Gardner. Gardner going to hang tough on the outside there. It's not going to be an easy pass. The 30 of Gann going to give Brett a little bit of a nudge down the straightaway there, try to follow him through. No, he's going to go to the
Nudge
top.
hell.
Gann
Nudge
to
hell.
the top.
Yeah, nudge this, he says. Get out of my way. I'm coming to the outside.
And he's got the battle for second. Now he's got the battle for the lead as he looks to the outside of the 15 of Moreau.
He's there enough that Nicholas is going to probably give him the space. He's going to come off the corner side by side down the backstretch for the lead.
32 laps remaining here at Kansas, and it's not over yet. It's far from over between the 30 and the 15. Will somebody else join this battle? The 17 could if he can get by. Got a slow car on the entry of the pits.
Joseph Burgess in the 60. Didn't we have an issue last week where 1 and 2 had an issue coming close to the end of the race?
We did. It wasn't either one of these two.
So,
oh, it was. It was the 30 again. I forgot about that. It was the 17 of Chapman and 30 again. The 17 got loose in front of the 30. He collected the 30. The two of those got together, and guess who went on to win? The guy in between them.
but,
Same
right,
player.
15. All I'm saying is that this ain't over until that checker flag comes out. So
Well,
even
Gann,
Brett Gardner, who's falling back here, don't give up, bud.
yeah, Gann takes the lead there. 17 does get around Brett Gardner for third, but Gann to the point. But here comes the 15 in Moreau. Big move down the backstretch.
Looked like the 30 might have got a little loose coming off that corner.
You sure? Oh, the 30 out
Gann!
of whew. And everything he's got.
All right,
he's loose.
I want to bookmark that, and I'm going to show Kyle later. That's how you do it. Not from the middle of the backstretch to the middle of the front stretch. I'm just saying.
All right, so Moreau back out front now. Gann's got to regroup. He's got those rear tires hot now too. You kind of wonder if that's going to be an issue.
Yeah. You make them hot, and they'll make you pay for it.
Somebody else hit the pit lane right there.
That's Joseph Burgess again.
Must be practicing pit stops. Get this crew some practice.
Just looking back through the field here. Got Tony Solari running 8th. Phil Miller 9th, and Mark Groh. Ooh, Phil Miller almost into the lap car there. I think Shad Kern. Yes. Martin Groh is 10th. JC Evans having a good run, just outside the top 10. He's in 11th. And Martha Johnson right behind him.
Yep. Pretty good runs from some of these guys.
Brandon Minto has made it. I know it happened quite a while ago, actually. I saw him come back in, but Brandon Minto is back on the racetrack and logging laps.
Tell you what, the 15 in Moreau is starting to stretch it out just a little bit over the 30 of Gann. The Gann uses tires up trying to get there. Did he slide him too much on the exit? You got Ryan Chapman right there behind him as well.
Or is he backed off to try to get him a little bit cooler to make a run later? Because we're still got 26 laps to go.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's been on he's kind of the tire whisperer, so we'll see.
Don't look now, but here comes the 72 of Jack Ritchie with the 71 of Case McMullen in tow, and they're within striking distance of the 00.
Yeah, they're 2.5 seconds or 2.4 seconds behind our leader right now.
We've really kind of single filed out here as we're going around the field here. We got Aaron Satcher back here in 13th, running with Michael Blackner. They were just side by side running down the backstretch.
Marshall Johnson, get around the lap car there. Marshall Johnson trying to chase down J.C. Evans in front of them. Battles and trucks all over the track.
We do, don't we? It took us 111 laps, but we do finally have trucks almost all the way around the racetrack.
That's just a credit to the competition up front. You saw all those trucks running together for so long. Even through the stage where handling starts becoming a factor, you had some new players kind of creeping up in there, like Casey McMullen and Michael Thwaites, which was great to see. And you may see yet here at the end of this race, but it's a credit to the quality of driver and the level of competition that everybody provides here at FTSR in the truck series. It's everybody was on top of each other, but man, it was respectful, it was clean, it was good hard racing.
Yeah, that it was, and they were going at it too, because there was passing everywhere. But I'll tell you what I'm impressed with right now is the 00.
Yeah,
who is on older tires. He's holding it on really good. He's looking to get by Ryan Chapman now, but Jack Ritchie has caught this group.
Jack Ritchie's team making a look to the bottom here. He's going to cut that off. You're right, though. Brett Gardner back up to the 17 of Ryan Chapman, who apparently has had some handling issues or something happened. He's dropped off the top two and now falls into the clutches of the 00, but the 00 has fallen into the clutches of the 72 and the 71.
And I'm confused because this is looking like the Ryan 17 of the first run.
Yeah, right.
Not so much the Ryan 17 of the second run. Where did that truck go?
He looks like he's... I don't know if it's loose or tight, to be honest with you. He's not really moving around. It just can't carry the speed.
And you know that he's got to be in that truck just like, I need a caution so I can put this truck back again.
Saw a little bit of a wiggle there, but that was because the 00 was right on the tailgate of the 17.
And here comes that multicolored Tonka truck. I don't even know what I can call it. It's just got so many different... The Prism, I guess the Prism truck, maybe?
Prism?
Not prison, Prism.
I know.
M, not N.
Yeah. I like that paint scheme though, Jack Ritchie. I thought he was running it just for a night paint scheme the other night, but here he is running again in Kansas. He actually takes away that position from Brett Gardner in the 00. A couple teammates there. So Ritchie up into 4th, Gardner in the 5th. Casey McMullen back there.
McMullen. Yeah, right there, waiting to pounce. Michael Thwaites is back a little bit from these guys, running in 7th.
Tell you what, the 72 got really loose with the 00 right on his back bumper right there, and that's caused actually the 71 to be able to look to the inside of the 00 here.
Is that payback for the last corner? Get me loose, I'll get you loose.
I mean, that's teammates. I mean, they're in the same channel. I'm sure they could have a discussion about it, right?
Well, wait a minute. Just because you're in the same channel doesn't mean you're going to get along all the time. There's plenty of instances where teammate on teammate is sometimes doesn't go right.
Yeah, the 00 costing the 71 a lot of times here. He's falling back off the two he was chasing.
Casey's patient though. He ain't gonna push it. He'll take it inch by inch if he has to.
Back up front, the gap is about a half a second between first and second. Nicholas Moreau over Justin Dan. Nothing much has changed there. We'll see if he closes in late. 17 laps to go here at Kansas. We've been clean and green so far. Ooh, 17 with an issue back there, just a little bit in the wall. That's going to bring the 72 of Jack Ritchie right to him.
We've got a heck of a battle brewing back here in 13th between Christopher Harris and Michael Blackner. Oh, 3 wide down the backstretch. Aaron Satcher and Kyle Milliken. And the lap car of Shad Curran. And here comes Brian Bliss here underneath Michael Blackner coming out of 4th.
Boy, they are all packed together right there, including the lap car. Shad Curran in the mix there.
Yeah, that was actually some really close racing.
racing all around the track. It's not just for the front, not just in the top 10. It's all the way through this battle back here, what, for 14th?
Yeah, 13 on back, yep.
Yeah, Chris Harrison might finally hang himself in the truck.
Which is a pretty good rebound, because he was mowing grass there at the beginning of the race.
That's right.
Up ahead of him, we have Marshall Johnson and J.C. Evans battling for 11th and 12th.
Jumping back up front, the 71 back underneath the 00 of Brett Gardner, still trying to take that position away. Jack Ritchie is caught with 17 of Ryan Chapman. Our battles are not done yet.
We're not. We got 14 laps to go, though. It's getting down to it. Oh, the 17's in the wall.
17 touches the wall. It opens the door for the 72 of Jack Ritchie.
17 goes in on his quarter panel there, trying to take that air away.
But he can't stay there, though. The 72 of Ritchie going to clear him as the 17 touches the wall again off turn 4.
Get that spot to the 72 of Jack Ritchie there. Put him up to third.
All of this going on 2.7 seconds behind your leader. And your leader's got a 4/10 of a second lead over the second place, Justin Gann. He's kind of just hanging right there. Are we going to see any changes here as we hit 12 laps to go at Kansas? Still a lot that can change in 12 laps.
71's still trying to make his way past the 00.
He's really
and they're
struggling.
both closing in on the 17 now.
He's going to have to get a little creative here. Looking underneath the 00 on entry.
The fastest car of that lap was actually the 71 of Casey McMullen.
Actually, the 13 of Aaron Satchel being the fastest.
I'm sorry, of these guys.
Oh.
Of the front back here, sorry. I can't look that far down. And I don't mean that far down like he's that far down, just my little list.
Yeah, keep digging that hole. That's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that he was all the way down. I'm just saying I can't see that far down. No. Kyle Milken has made his way past Aaron Satchel, Christopher Harrison, Brian, and Michael to make his way back up to P13 after that historic slide for his life there.
That's true.
But,
listen, he got those bald tires off his truck, and it seems to drive better. I don't know how that worked.
Well, he had a really fast truck, and
Yes.
like I said at the beginning, I really wanted to see him finish it out because he had such a good truck that he is making his way back up through the field here, but with no caution so far. It's just too much for him to make up.
All right, we're going to hit the line and see 9 laps remaining. The gap's still around half a second. It's maintained. It's equal. Got to get
I don't know if
creative.
Nick
If you're chasing a 15, you got to get creative with your lines. Maybe try the top. Maybe try right around the bottom.
Yeah, for me, that's when I start to get it. Either I find a line and I start catching, or all I do is burn my tires off quicker.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the battle's not done here for about 4th on back. Ryan Chapman having some issues, handling issues with that truck. Brett Gardner right there behind him trying to close in. Of course, the 79 Mullen saying, "Get out of my way!"
Beep beep. I'm trying to come through.
I tell you what, though, the 00, you're right, hanging on with those couple lap older cars, doing a good job. Actually going to look underneath the 17. Is he? No. Here comes the 71. I think 71 just maybe got loose.
Was Casey avoiding a mysterious cone on the track or something?
I think he was dodging some wildlife or something out there on the back stretch.
Duck,
Oh,
dip,
17
dodge,
in the
and
wall
dodge.
again. Pretty hard that time. Here comes the 00 to the inside. Now they're going to race for position. This is when the 71
0
needs to take
0
advantage.
actually was in. Yeah, 00 got by him. He's clear.
17 might be hurt. Here comes the 71. No, he can't get beside him. So
I love when the 17 and the 71 battle each other on the racetrack. It's like 17-71 out there.
it'd be better if it's 1776.
That's true. Where's Phil Miller? We need Phil Miller to the front stat.
All right, here comes the 71. Ryan Chapman looking underneath the. The 71 of Casey McMullen underneath the 17 of Ryan Chapman, and I think the 17 may have hurt his car.
He's not giving up the ghost yet, and fortunate for Ryan, he's probably racing one of the nicest guys on the racetrack.
The nicest. You're right. Yeah. I was just thinking that.
Casey's not going to do anything to try to screw up both their races, so this could be a hard pass for Casey. Ryan not going to make it easy.
We're getting down to it, though. 5 laps remaining for your leader. It's closed in a little bit. 3.6 is what I'm seeing for the gap between first and second. Justin moving around, going to the top of the track. Oh, did he get the wall a little bit right there? Yes.
He needs to. He's running out of time.
And he's trying things. That's exactly what I thought you should do. He's still trying to clear the 17 of Chapman, and he does off the corner. So Chapman, or actually,
Chapman coming back.
He's trying to come back on the inside.
But no one has him cleared though. So put Casey McMullen in the 5th.
Something goes back to the top there. Someone up into 5th position. Brett Gardner in 4th. Ooh, Brett Gardner with a little issue off the corner right there. Dodging wildlife on the backstretch as well.
Everybody dodges something out there.
3 laps to go for Nicholas Moreau. It's still closed a little bit. I mean, I see the 15 moving up a little bit. He starts seeing that in his mirror, thinking, okay, is he getting runs on the top? Do I need to cover that off?
Still 0.3 between the two of them. We are 2.5, almost to 3, 2 laps to go. I mean,
pretty much the same through 3 and 4 on the bottom for both those guys. You're right. It's about the same still.
The last 2 laps, Justin has been faster than Nicholas, but only by a minuscule portion.
Look at now. Nick went to the top and Justin went to the middle that time by trying some different things.
Well, you want to get fresh air in the front of the nose, so in order to do that, you got to run where the other guy is not. And Nick's trying to run where he thinks Justin wants to run.
All right, well, there's the white flag. It's closed up a little bit here on the last lap. 1 lap to go for Nicholas Moreau. Can he hang on against Justin Gann? Can Justin find something? Both of them to the top through 1 and 2.
I don't think Justin's going to have enough coming down the backstretch. He's in the wall.
Touched the wall off of turn 2.
There's also a battle brewing behind him. Casey McMullen going to take a last-ditch effort into 3, trying to get 4th.
All this happening behind your leader, though, and your winner tonight is going to be Nicholas Moreau taking the checkered flag here at Kansas.
Side by side to the line. Brett Gardner gets it.
Brett Gardner hangs on over Casey McMullen, 4th and 5th. But your winner tonight is going to be the 15 of Nicholas Moreau. Started first, finished first. Pretty good night for him.
And it sounds like, oh yeah, he just ran away with it again, didn't he? But it was not the case.
It was not.
Sometimes the numbers do not tell the story of the race, and that is one of them. He had to work his butt off for that race.
Nick showing he led 129 of the 134 laps. I'm not so sure that's correct.
I would agree with that. I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, I don't think that's. Seems like the 30 led a lot more laps than that, but he's going to come down to the start-finish line and celebrate with the front stretch. Let's look at our results here for tonight's running of the Kansas 200 here, the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. It's going to be Nicholas Moreau taking the victory in the 15 truck. The 30 of Justin Gann keeping him honest, staying close, running in 2nd position. 3rd place going to go to the Jack Ritchie machine. Ignore the intervals, I guess. That's interesting. 4th spot going to go to the 00 Brett Gardner. 5th place to the 71 of Casey McMullen. 6th spot going to go to the 17 Ryan Chapman. Eighth spot going to go to the 99 of Michael Thwaites. Ninth position, the 11 of Tony Solari snuck in the top 10 there. Ninth spot going to go to the 76 of Phil Miller in your top 10. Mark Grove going to rebound after issues early on. Kind of rebounds to a top 10 finish. 11th spot for J.C. Evans. Marshall Johnson going to finish in 12th position. 13th going to go to Brian Bliss in the number 8 machine. 13th for Kyle Milk and 14th for Brian Bliss.
15th spot goes to Aaron A.A. Ron Satcher. Christopher Harrison comes home P16. Michael Blackner comes home P17. Ted Pluen comes home 18th. 19th is Dave Nestor. Chad Curran comes home 20th. Brandon Minto with his connection issue early on comes home 21st. Joseph Burgess 25th. Austin Demore, unfortunately, heartbreaking for him, comes home 23rd. James Torrey with early issues 24th. And Simon Magnan with that early flat tire comes home 25th.
All right. Well, there's your results tonight for an exciting race here at Kansas Speedway. When we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers and see what they have to say about tonight's event here at Kansas. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Kansas Speedway, finishing up the Sim Racing Points Truck Series Kansas 200 here on Full Throttle Television. We're going to throw it to our post-race show. In our post-race show, I think, Richie, you're pretty familiar with these guys. I think they're sponsored by the Fine Line of Whiskey podcast. Check them out. Nick and Brian break down the racing action from NASCAR each week. Monday nights, I think it drops. Really interesting listen there for the Fine Line Whiskey guys. Always covering the stories and also kind of throwing in some interesting tidbits there. You definitely want to listen to them. You can check them out on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. All right, let's talk to our top 3 finishers. Starting with third place, Mr. Jack Ritchie, who's already here. Jack, man, congratulations. Third place finish tonight. Exciting race, man. A lot of action going on up front, a lot of side-by-side racing. Like it was a lot of fun, man. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, but I think everybody's truck was just driving terribly. I know mine was, and Brett was. With this track not being on the official schedule this week, with the road course being on it, VRS or whoever, all the setup shops didn't have setup, so we kind of had to go back to the drawing board and find something for the week. So it was fun, but dude, it was really, really difficult.
Yeah, look, it made the racing really, really interesting and a lot of fun. A lot of comers and goers, and a lot of guys. Like I said, some you guys may have been slipping and sliding around, but the racing looked awesome out there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You could actually pass a little bit more than usual. I felt like just because everybody was slipping and sliding. There was a bunch of fun battles for the lead. I was watching Moreau and Gann pretty much all night race each other really hard, and I don't really think they made contact or anything. So that was pretty cool. I kind of wish they did make contact, though. I would have liked to sneak in there and get a win, but we'll take a podium.
Yeah, no, sit
I
back
might
there.
have mentioned something like that.
Yeah, well, we did see that last week, so it wasn't out of the question. We were kind of watching too, but man, they did a good job up in front of it. You did a good job too. Starting second, finished third. Good solid night tonight. We had green flag pit stops thrown in there as well, and I thought that might mix things up a little bit, and it did somewhat, but for the most part, everybody kind of showed how good they are out there, even on pit road.
Yeah, I knew that those were going to be really important, especially with how the stage was split. It was right on the fuel number, and the tires after like 25, 30 laps were just atrocious. So it was right there on that line where 45 laps to 50 laps was the fuel run, and my tires were like 40% when I pit. So it was stressful. I saw Brett short pit there a little bit. I kind of advised him to because he had fell back to the back of that pack, and I think he ended up getting P4, so it worked out for him as well.
Yeah, he still hung on. That was a pretty good call there. Kind of get up there in track position, fall back, but not fall back too far. And he finishes where he starts, man. So another good run for the team in general. You guys, I know the five had his issues with internet, but other than that, you guys were on par once again here tonight with these guys. Yeah, I don't know. It was a fun race to watch, and it was a nice, clean race. Everybody doing a good job out there. A lot of fun side-by-side battles, man. So I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs.
Shout out to the guys from work that tune in. Shout out to the rest of the team. Shout out to Pride Month. My Pride Tonka truck was out there. Ran pretty good last week too, till we got a penalty. So we were able to get a podium this week. So that's pretty exciting. And just shout out to everybody that watches and you guys for putting on the broadcast. I get compliments every week when I tell people to watch. They're like, it's such a professional broadcast. And I'm like, well, what do you think it's going to be? Of course it is. So it's always fun.
We're always looking to add some things. We're trying some new software tonight and trying to tweak on it. So maybe just a little bit better, but we still got some work to do, man. I appreciate you sharing it, and I appreciate you being out there, putting on a great race for us and putting out the word, man. I love it. We love having the guys watching with us as well. So y'all continue to come in, hang out with us, and have some fun. I love it, man. Jack, man, congratulations again on a third place tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
There's your third place finisher, Jack Ritchie. And rocking the colors out there tonight in third place. Doing a good job. And I think you're standing by with our second place finisher, the 30 of Justin Gann.
Yes, sir. I'm down here with the number 30 runner-up tonight, Justin Gann. Justin, man, you and Nicholas, what a battle!
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, it was definitely a blast up there.
I mean,
Man,
you
it's
guys
just-
ran side. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, no. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you guys ran side by side, lap after lap. Him on the inside, you on the outside. You on the inside, him on the outside. I mean, you guys. We thought you were going to take it easy, but you guys are out there racing every single lap. I mean, how did you guys do that?
Yeah, I mean, essentially it's track position. I think me and him, we were neck and neck. It was going to be 50-50 who won. Coming to that last pit stop, I'm trying to use new fuel calculators because my SRA doesn't work anymore ever since this update, and so I actually ran out of fuel on pit road, so I was sputtering, and I think
Oh,
that's what got him out in front of me out of the pits, and I just couldn't recover after that.
yeah. I was wondering because I was going to say that you went into the pits ahead of him, and he came out of the pits ahead of you, and that seemed like it was really the difference. But you still ran him down, and still, you guys ran side by side until the very, very end. And we even saw you hit the wall coming out of 2 on that last lap, just trying everything you could to catch him. Was there anything you could have done setup wise or anything that maybe you could have just had that little bit extra?
No, I think the setup felt pretty good. I mean, you typically get a little loose here, even when iRacing's here and you get builder sets and stuff. But Nicholas just did a really good job of the aero blocking, and I was trying to mix it up, and anytime I mix it up, I could gain on him, but then I'd get close, and then he'd get the right get the right block on me, and that aero blocking is just it's insane here. So he did a kudos to him, man. He did an excellent job. So, and it was a blast racing him. I think Jack Ritchie was up there. Austin was up there. We went 3 wide with Brett. I mean, it was a blast all night.
Yeah, absolutely. And prior to really the pit stops, the top 10 were all within 2 seconds of each other. I don't know if anybody was telling you what was going on, but at one point there was like 12 cars all within 2 seconds, no, 2 tenths of it. Wait a minute, 2 seconds of each other. So the whole front stretch was just packed with trucks going back and forth. But you just happened to be absolutely up front. You had that truck that you were up front all night long. So kudos to that. Great run. Just up a little bit too shy. But there's always next week. And where are we going next week? We are going to Daytona, right? We said that at the beginning. How you feeling about going to Daytona next week?
Oh, I hate super speedways, but we'll be there. It's just running 80 laps or however many laps we're gonna run, and then to get wrecked in the last 5. If I'm gonna get wrecked, I'd like it to be within the first 5.
That way you can watch the rest of it. But I feel you
Yeah,
on that. I'm not a huge fan of the plate tracks either. I'm like what Kyle Busch says. I'm just here so I don't get suspended.
that's right. I gotta
But
figure out these apps. You talk about how close everybody was, and now that I don't have my overlays, I know nothing of what's going on the track. I just have iRacing stuff, and it's not working for me.
Well, not to plug anything, but you should DM me afterwards, and I'll send you something I've been working on.
Roger that.
But anyway, great job tonight. Coming home P2. I'm going to open up the floor for you for any shout outs or sponsor plugs you want to do.
Yeah, give a shout out to everybody over there at Speed Demon Esports, Sim Wraps, Vanlilys stickers, Icon Apparel. You guys for putting on the league and the broadcast for us, and everybody that showed up tonight and put on a heck of a race.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate you going out and having that nice, clean, great run there for second. And we'll see you next week at Daytona. Hopefully, you can make it to the checker flag next week and catch a little bit on Nick. But great job tonight.
All right, appreciate it.
Brody, I think you've made your way down to, well, maybe you've made your way down.
I got to go find our winner. So
hold on. I got him. Where are we going? We're going to here.
All right.
I think you've found your way there now.
I found my way, and he's apparently found his way to victory lane. The 15 of Nicholas Moreau, man. Congratulations, Nick, on a win again. You had to hold off the 30 there at the end. It was a hard-fought battle. I don't know that you really had the best truck at times out there like we've seen before, but at the end of the day, you're able to hang on and grab this win here at Kansas.
Oh yeah, what a race with Justin for sure. Yeah, it was very fun. I think I forgot to swallow for like 20 laps at some point. So yeah, it was good.
It was a lot of fun to watch, man. You and the 30 were side by side. I feel like it was like half the race. You guys were fighting left and right. He would be on the top and you'd be on the top. You guys were just swapping out and back. It was a lot of fun. You had Jack Ritchie in the mix up there as well. Ryan Chapman up there. It was fun from our perspective. How was it on the track? Because I know, we had that green flag pit stop thrown in there too. And I'm sure everybody got a little nervous as far as, okay, when do I pit? How fast do I get in there? It looked like you had a really solid stop there.
Oh, yeah. So first off, in the first 35 laps, I pushed as hard as I could to learn as much as possible, and I had to move up to the high line pretty early, and I could see some guys had a lot of more drive off than I did. So I knew I had to change something, not just on the setup, but after the stage, I completely changed my driving strategy, and just keeping them behind me, but um, slowing a bit more. So yeah, at that point, Justin, it's a track position, basically. So you really don't want to follow someone too closely because the dirty eye here sucks. So you don't want it. And it was a chess game at some point too, because he was defending outside. I was faster inside, and then guys coming from behind too to for a mixed up, and was great. And then we had to pit, and I just didn't make any mistake in the pit, so I just got it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, as a driver, you never stop learning. And so you're always kind of taking in that information, trying to make adjustments, whether it be to the truck or to the driver. Sometimes you have to kind of change the way you're approaching things. And Nick, you're one of the best at doing it, man. We see it every week. So good job there. But I do want to talk about when you guys were catching the 00 of Brett Gardner after pit stops. Of course, he pitted a little early, got out front. You guys had to run him back down. I thought that was a foregone conclusion, but the thing is, when you got close to the 00, suddenly the 30 started attacking, and he wanted to be the first guy to get to the 00, and I feel like that might have been a critical point in the race to where if you've lost the lead there and he gets by Gardner first, it's going to be really hard to retake that lead.
Yeah, from there, I knew that you have to catch all of these. Well, I don't know. I think he was the only one with the undercut. So
Yes.
uh, I knew that at that time we need to catch him as fast as possible with fresh tires, but you don't want to kill tires either. So it was I was watching a lot
Yeah.
behind me what Justin was doing. I tried my best to you know do some aerial block, and I figured out where he was running to just give some dirty air. And yeah, so we catch Brett, and I've been surprised that more early than I was expected, but it is what it is. I don't know if he has some issues, but yeah. And after that, I was just a very very nice battle. Justin, he know me, he knows me, I know him, and he's very very fast, consistent. And when I was you know pushing a little bit more, and I was looking at him, and is it cooling his star? Maybe. So I have to do the same. And yeah, this was I called it a chess game.
Yeah, we were watching that too, and you two are probably two of the best at that kind of playing things out based on what's going on around you. Race management, and it's key sometimes in these races, especially on the long runs. So great job, congratulations once again. I'm going to throw it to Richie. Go ahead and take it away, Richie.
All right. Encore une victoire,
Oh,
beau travail.
Merci.
Aha. As another
Yeah,
win, nice
so
job.
maybe not everyone like it, but it is what it is.
Well, we like it. We like the fact that it wasn't an easy walk away for you. We like the fact that you guys had to race. You had to race for it. It wasn't an easy victory. I mentioned at the end of the race that you started P1, you finished P1, but that is not how the race went. So like it or hate it, it is what it is. But awesome job. I was going to say, is there anything else that you could have done? But you did win, so I'm going to say no. Maybe get a little bit more practice. I don't know. You keep showing up late.
Yeah, but it's never easy. Maybe if you look at the quality set and lead laps and the win, it's not easy as it's look like, because you have to work for the entire race with the guys like that. I mean, Justin is very very fast, and many others too. I mean, no caution help me for sure, but a lot of guys can win, and it's never easy.
Yeah, so we
Well,
had
yeah. So you had Austin. Sorry, we had Austin Demore, who was up front, who had actually taken the lead from you guys. He got caught speeding on pit road. So yeah, it's never easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Brody. Go ahead.
now I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry.
But anyway, listen. It was a great race out there. Even without the cautions, it was still close out there. Even after the pit stops, everybody's still right there together. The quality of driver just shocks me. Sometimes we have these clean races like that. We typically get spread out, but everybody's still kind of racing together. So it was a lot of fun to call, a lot of fun to watch. You guys side by side, a lot of drafting, but some handling issues there late in the runs kind of mix things up as well. It was a lot of fun, man. So I hope you had fun out there. Congratulations. I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, I would say thanks Transit, Easy Crew, Rumble Racing teammates. Thank you guys, and shout out to everyone because no caution race is fun because you have to figure out a lot of things, manage tires, manage speeds, and yeah, congrats all.
All right. Well, there's your winner tonight, Nicholas Moreau. 3 wins on the season, man. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week at Daytona.
Yes, sir, boys.
All right. So, yeah, Richie, that was a fun race, man. It was a fun race to call. A lot of side-by-side racing, side-by-side battles for the lead. Inside the top 10, even outside the top 10, a lot of fun. Look like it was a lot of fun out there. I know some of the guys were complaining about their trucks and the way they were handling, but man, it puts on a good show.
I think when the trucks are ill handling like that, that puts on the best races because then you got to drive the things.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely we saw some trucks out of shape there. Let's look at our schedule. We are finished for the week. The Sim Racing Points Truck Series in the books here on Wednesday nights. We start back again on Sundays, 9 p.m. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You definitely want to tune in. We got the Apex Racing and Raleigh Series on Sundays to kick things off. So I hope you guys will join us and help cheer us on. Cheer your favorite drivers on as well. We love having you around. Thanks for hanging out and chat and everything. But that's going to do it for us here at Kansas Speedway. For Richie Coy and everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name's Brady Hanna. Thanks for hanging out with us. Your winner tonight, Nicholas Moreau at Kansas Speedway. We'll see you Sunday night, 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle Television.